Hello, it's Jimmy Like Halo here, back again to my botched Wii U setup in my room, as you can see. But here we are. Today we are going to be talking about the gamepad audio is so loud. Okay, we're going to be talking about Mario Kart 64, and I just realized with Mario Kart World coming out that I didn't make a video on a single Mario Kart game. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do that. So this is the like Super Mario Kart I could make a video on, sure, but it wouldn't be personal at all because I really one, I don't like that game. Two, I didn't really grow up with it at all. I didn't really play it until it was like on a later system anyway, so it was like whatever, big deal. But here we are. I bought Mario Kart 64 on the Wii U Virtual Console back when it was still available, obviously, but originally, I played this game, I believe, at one of my relatives' house on their N64 a long, long time ago, early 2000s. And I always liked it. I thought it was fun. Um, but around that same time, I think Mario Kart Wii was out at my other relative's house, so it was always like, well, I could play this or I could play that. Actually, I was also at a daycare when I was 4 or 5, and we were playing Mario Kart Double Dash because they had a GameCube there, and that was also really fun compared to this. Not, I'm not saying this to demoralize 64. If anything, I'm just trying to rationalize why I feel the way about this game the way I do. But basically, I really like Mario Kart 64. I feel like this is the true like first Mario Kart game for me. I mean, obviously, it's the first one that I think no, I think the first one I ever played was Double Dash, but the first one where I'm like, oh yeah, Mario Kart. I would have believed you if you told me this was the first Mario Kart, and I never knew like Super Mario Kart on the SNES existed because it's always been like more 3D or whatever. Anyway, here it is. Menu very small. Only difference from the character menu from this and Super is Koopa was replaced by Wario, and DK Jr. was replaced by um Donkey Kong. Sorry. Anyway, we only have 4 cups. In the first 2 Mario Kart games, there was only 4. Mushroom Flower Star Special. Super Circuit had 4, but then it also had all the ones returning from Super Mario Kart. And then Double Dash also had 4, I believe. Maybe I feel like that game was a little bit smaller. But then it wasn't until Mario Kart DS where you started getting retro tracks. So I'll be making videos along the lines. Hopefully, eventually on Double Dash when they put that on the Switch too. But I hope they do. But here we are with Mario Kart 64. So basically, this is how Mario Kart works if you don't know. There's always going to be the CC, as you can see right here, which is the speed you're at. This is the slowest one. Then there's 100 and 150. And there's also mirror mode. And then Mario Kart 8, and hopefully in World, there's a 200cc, which is even faster, which doesn't always work properly because it's kind of too fast for how they're designed. But yeah, overall, I mean, Mario Kart is pretty self-explanatory. There's a cart. You choose your character of different weight classes, and they work differently in different games. But basically, it's all about driving and winning the race. But yeah, I was like Mario Kart 64 music. Oops, it was always pretty good. Uh, what am I doing? Why is it doing that? Oh my gosh, I'm playing this with one hand. Anyway, as you can see, you get an item Mario Kart. You try to win, get first. Use your items to your advantage. You can both use them as defending and attacking. The red shell locks on and homes in. Dude, I always try to press ZR to drift, but on Wii U, that's like the virtual console menu. And then to drift is the right one. And the drifting is kind of weird in Mario Kart 64. It works. It's way better than Super Mario Kart and Super Circuit, but it's still just not the greatest. The music in this game is good. It was the first one to be 3D. That's why I feel like this is the first Mario Kart that really made a big deal. It's also on the 64. Um, but yeah, like the OG mechanics of Mario Kart still hold up to this day. Like even though this is a 64 game, I don't know. I think the art style looks kind of good. Like for a 64 game, it's not too bad. I think Mario 64 is a little better holding up, but the sprites look weird because they're like 2D sprites in a 3D space. Um, it's kind of like a weird like JPEG with playing with a perspective to make it look more 3D, but basically, yeah, it's because they wanted to save on performance and stuff and render all the polygons for the actual items in the game, like that banana I just slipped on. And then I always liked in 64 these little, when you go to drift, you get these little boing text sound effects. It looks really funny and cool. I'm sorry I'm driving so horribly. I need to get a capture card like yesterday, but I really want to make a video starting with Mario Kart while we still have the chance. But yeah, overall, I mean, you get it. You've played Mario Kart if you're watching this video. 64 is a good one. Um this track is kind of boring. It's better in later versions like in Mario Kart 7. There's more happening. But yeah, there's always been the Grand Prix, there's always been time trials and versus mode and battle mode. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Battle mode you can't even play in single player in this game. But battle mode is basically um it's not gonna let me. But it has its own type of tracks and you're just focused on popping each other's balloons. And then when you in this game when you lose all your balloons, you go into a bomb mode. And you can try to destroy the other players while the other ones are still in the game. But yeah, you know the basics of Mario Kart. It's solid kart racer. If you like racing games, you'll like Mario Kart because it adds a little more interesting with like the drift and the little mini turbos and later ones. More precise turning, trying to get the best items, stay in first place as long as you can to try to win, get the gold cup. And yeah, you unlock more races as you go along, at least in the newer ones. And yeah, track designs in this game are mostly solid. Some of them are kind of like Wario Stadium isn't the greatest. Royal Raceway is pretty good. Bowser's Castle is fun. Toad's Turnpike is great. Choco Mountain is always fun. Mario Raceway is good. So there's good ones. Calamari Desert's a classic. Rainbow Road in this game. The Wii U remaster is pretty made this track feel a lot better. But yeah, I really like Mario Kart. The music for sure always sells me on it. I love just like listening while driving and trying to win while listening to the great music of each of the games. But yeah, overall, Mario Kart 64, a great first game to play if you ever played as your first Mario Kart. Great music, good soundtrack. Hopefully they put that in Nintendo Music. That would be nice. And yeah, let me know what you think of Mario Kart 64. Definitely one of the better ones in my opinion, but yeah, that's all about I have to say about this one. If you had a Wii U Virtual Console, if you're one of the few like me, I'm pretty sure it's on Switch Online now. I'll have to check that because I'm pretty sure Super Circuit is on Game Boy Advance. But definitely recommend playing it, even though it's older, even though there's Mario Kart 8 and there's World coming out. I think it still has its own, holds its own. It has value to play, unlike Super Mario Kart. Like it's Super Mario Kart. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It was a good first game, but I feel like this game has more like modern. Um, like there's still more of a reason to go back to it. Well, although they are bringing back the tracks that haven't been in the game, I think in World since 64, like have never been remastered, so they're finally getting around to that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going off on a tangent. I feel like 64 has more merit than Super Mario Kart just because of how the tracks and the game works with all the items and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you think of Mario Kart in general, more so Mario Kart 64. I'll be making videos hopefully soon on the ones afterwards. Try to make one on DS, Wii, 7, 8, all that shabackle. They might be a little out of order. I don't really know, but there's my meat. Haven't seen that in a while. But we'll see. Uh, like the video if you want to see more Mario Kart videos. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date to see them. I really want to make a video on Metro Prime 2 and 3. As you can see, I have Trilogy on the Wii U. And I've just been waiting for the remasters. We'll see. But yeah, that's off topic. Like I said, want to see more Kart? Feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Don't have to if you don't want to. That's all I have to say in this Mario Kart 64 video. And the Wii U was a good console. I'll see you next time.